Hello there. Welcome to the first, the basically hobby huddle episodes where we just go through a couple of things that we buy and maybe do a little review of the shops if it's a shop I've never been to. So, as I've said before, I'm quite new to this model railway malarkey, and I've been on the lookout for suppliers of goods and stuff like that. And the latest one I've tried to, I've literally just got back today, is Marcway Scale Models, which is on Attercliffe Road in Sheffield. I'll put the website and stuff like that down in the description. Overall, it's a good little store. They haven't got a massive amount of pre-owned stuff. I would say what they've got is a bit jumbled and stuff like that. But if you like a rummage through boxes like I do, you can get some decent deals. In total, I spent £80.94, and forgive me, Father, for I have sinned slightly, and I've bought something new, which we'll go over. In fact, we'll do that first. So, first up, if we go in a little bag of tricks, and I'm hoping I'm buying the right ones. If not, I've just doubled down on something I didn't need. I bought a pair of these, which are R873 right-handed points. I think it should be right-handed points. You just look at my layout. Yeah, right-handed points. So I needed two sets of right-handed points. Obviously, the idea is getting pre-owned stuff where we can, and Rails at Sheffield, I think it's called. There's another really good railway store. Do have a lot of second-hand points, which are half the price. So these are £15 each, or $15.99 each. I don't know if that's a good price or a bad price. I needed them though. They're nice, they're shiny, they're new, which is fine. So I got a couple of points, which means we can get the layout pretty much completed now. For how I want it, I've got all the track and stuff like that. So yeah, we got those points are points, or turnouts, as I believe that's correct terminology. I'll always call them points. Does it even say points on them? Positive click switch. Operate from either side. Fine profile switch rails. Oh, it's a right-hand standard point. So, I am right. It is a set of points. Although I think people call them turnouts. So yeah, we got that. And then, and this is going to be a bit hard to get on camera, while rummaging under one of their shelves. Get out. It sounds big. So he did me like a bundle deal, because one of them was labelled as $14.99, so I got it all. And look, it's a big red box. It's not a big red box. So within this bundle, let's get rid of this tape. We have got a number of things. It needs some work. It needs some restoration. But I am willing to put in the work. Let me just untangle some of this. So first of all, and this was all 15 quid, which I thought was quite good. So these bits were basically free. You sit there. So I got another set of large corner points, which have got a little bit of a funny connector. These are old school Hornby ones, R641/R306 points. There you go. I am going to assume that these are going to need a clean, which you can see. I mean, the pre-weathered look. It's probably steel track. If I had a magnet, I would check. But there you go. Look, points, click, 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 click. So always useful to have points. And these were essentially, I'm gonna say these were free, because essentially I've paid for the second hand big piece, which is a turntable, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And then just picked up a load of little bits of track because these are always useful. So this is another piece of Hornby track. 643. 643 again. No, unbranded one, same radius curve. And then a bunch of these like 3-4 centimeter bits. They're very rusty, but when I've been messing around in any rails, surprisingly I need quite a few of these, and also they might work on the turntable we've got, which is that. So all those bits were essentially free. We paid 15 quid, 14.99. And will it fit in? Yes. You got this, look. It's a little turntable and it needs some love and it needs some work. Obviously it needs a clean for a start, because as you can see it's quite dirty. But I mean, if you've ever seen these things in real life on working railways, these are usually plastered. Like in this bit here, this is usually full of all sorts of dirt, dust, grime and crud. I don't know if it works. I'm hoping I can fix it. But yeah, it's got most of the bits. It's missing some track, but we could always if we extend our arms, I might be able to fit it in shop. If we get some bits of track, and I have got some old track, well, they're not quite long enough, which I can probably sacrifice for the sake of this. And I think the idea is this kind of like turns round and clicks on. It's not fully turning, so we might need to, because it'll go to there quite comfortable, we might need some work on it just to kind of like get it back to where it used to be. I need to watch some videos on how these are, because this is Hornby Railways R110 Star 20. But yeah, we have the means and the technology to be able to do this. I'll take it apart, give it a good clean, and see how it goes, because I've been wanting a turntable and now I have a turntable. It feels like there's something stuck on the gears. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, we got the points, we got the track, we got a new turntable. I mean, if nothing else, the turntable might end up just being a display piece if I get an engine shed around it, display some of the locos and stuff like that. What's that in the bottom of it? Is that a bit of stray crack I saw? And then we got a couple of buildings. We got this one, which is reminds me of an old inn. Missing some doors. Needs some work on it, tidying up paint and stuff like that. But it's £2, £1.99. Can't go wrong with that. There's no details on it, which makes me think it was some sort of homemade kit. Well, it's quite quaint, isn't it? And we can paint that. And the other thing, like why I've been buying these cheap ratty old buildings, is because I can essentially use these as templates and either 3D print my own stuff, because we have the power and the technology to do so, or we can make it out of card, plastic card. You know, I've got the templates, I've got window sizes and stuff like that, so everything's got half a chance of being in scale. And then for another £2, we got this little like railside cottage. It's like little sheddy style building, which I thought was quite nice as well. Look, it's got little drain pipes on it, so that's fantastic. We got these, but that's not the thing that at the minute I'm thinking I'm clever, but I've also got an impression I've probably made a mistake. Right, so newsflash, I don't really know what I'm doing with this model railway stuff. However, as a human being, oops, spare bit of track. I'm quite ambitious. So, I got this. It is a Bachmann branch line Ivatt Class 4 43047 BR lined black Lake Crest. That's the livery. So it's an Ivatt Class 4. It's a steam engine of sorts. Look. Ooh, isn't she pretty? So yeah, it's DCC ready. Ooh, and it's blue ribboned branch line. Don't know what that means. 00. And I paid $29.99 for this. However, there's a reason it's $29.99, and that's because mint. Look, it's focus. It's so mint we can't get it to focus, but it's mint. But come on, you scumbag. There you go. You can make it out. Mint, but not working. No returns. Sold us soon. I tried to get some more money off it because I wouldn't be the proud Yorkshireman I am if I didn't. But I couldn't. So this is not working. I asked him about it. He says he's probably motor or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. So I'm always one for a project, and figured this might be a nice project. It is DCC ready as well. So if I make that jump into the modern age, then maybe we've got our first DCC ready train. Although I don't know if the Scotsman's DCC ready. But we've got, well, I wouldn't describe it as mint. All the guarantees, all the kind of like paperwork and stuff like that. Guarantees, collector's club, yada yada yada. We've got some accessorize to accessorize our engine. We've got a little tender box. I'm just having a quick look while I thingy on this. What's this? What is this? Oh, is that like a water scoop? Because I know they used to have water trackside scoops, didn't they, back in the day? So yeah, we've got our little tender. Let's zoom in. Look, and we've already upgraded the display. We just need to upgrade the camera setup now so I can actually reach things. So let's get that in focus. So we've got a nice little tender, which yeah, I would describe that as in good condition, at least. Mint, maybe mint, maybe. No, don't wait. Look, focus on the thing. This camera is really smart, but on the same token, it's completely stupid. It's like, oh yeah, you want me to focus on the thing? It's like, focus on the bloody tender. There you go, look. So it's got a lot of detail. Obviously not painted, but that's the other thing. With a £30 model, we could paint this. And then we've got the actual loco itself, which looks, so I'm just looking at this for the first time myself. Oh, she's a chunk. She is a heavy, chunky engine. She's a bit dusty. She's got a bit of chipping down the side. It's plastic and so it's a metal chassis with a I should have really done some research. I literally wanted to get this out, and I figured I'd do like a video on it. But yeah, I'm just examining it, see if I can find any faults before we look at it on the camera. And I'll be honest, I mean, there's a few. Well, they're all meant to be like that. But this is a gorgeous little 260 loco. So there we go. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? So yeah, it says this doesn't work. He doesn't know why. He says it's probably something to do with the motor. He says you put it on a track, it just doesn't do nothing. I don't, like I said, I don't know anything about it, but I thought for 30 quid, even if it's like a cheap way to learn how to do things, because a lot of my locos are really old, so at some point they are going to need things like motor repairing and replacing and fault finding. So this one is an ideal kind of start to that. Look at that. Pretty good. Lovely. I like the kind of like smaller tank engines and little freight workers. Like favorite engine's probably a Black 5. If I'm honest, it's got all windows in it as well, which is nice to see. Should we have a quick look and sort of do some online-y bit, and we'll do a bit of research on this one, and we'll share it together. So give me a second. Okay then, so coughing because I'm about to start reading. What I didn't notice is in the box we've got this little handy dandy card, which is not in focus, so I'll just read it. So Ivatt Class 4 Mogul. It's a 260 locomotive, as we can see. So according to Bachmann, on the brief history card, these were the last locomotives designed and built by the LMS, and the unconventional design was influenced by the successful use of American S-160 locomotives during the Second World War, which is pretty cool. Designed for ease of maintenance rather than aesthetics, these were constructed with high-mounted boiler and running plate for quick access to pipework and auxiliary fittings, with the result that soon earned the nickname Mucky Duck. I like that. A total of 162 were built from 1947 to 1952 and worked across, that's quite a lot, isn't it? And worked across LMR, ER and Scottish areas. The first 50 were built with a double chimney, which caused exhaust problems. The remainder of the batch were improved by fitting a single chimney, and by 1952 the first 50 were all modified and fitted with the same chimney. With a cut-down tender and enclosed cab, the locomotive would be easily driven tender first, making them suitable for routes with no turntables. They proved to be very powerful and reliable locomotives, well suited to mixed traffic. BR started to withdraw these in 1963, but the last of these moguls survived until the end of steam in 1968. Sadly, only number 43106 survived into preservation. So the rest of them basically went to the old scrappers, which is a shame. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it out on the layout, and maybe, just maybe, it'll just go chugga chugga choo choo. And I've just bagged myself a bargain. If not, this will be a future project for the channel. Right, so first thing I've noticed, which we're going to have to do, is the loco connector. This is this bit here. Won't connect because it's I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. There's a little pin inside, or a little hole that is missing its pin. I'll have a look in the box, but I think that's probably gone with the wind. So we've got our controller plugged in, our good old faithful R965, the best controller in my limited opinion. And we're gonna see what happens. Now, obviously, there's a hell of a lot of points on this bit. It's not optimal. It's not all properly laid out. But let's see what we can do. Let me just make sure all my points are set. Give it half a chance. Right, so quick to direction, and we're powering, and we're powering. We're not getting anything. Have I plugged it in? Yeah. So no, it's definitely a dead loco. But that's fine. We will turn this into a little project. Let's just one last fault test. Because this is going to be another project loco in the future. So I bought this one a while back from I think it was Rails in Sheffield. Let me just turn it down. Oh, I did just get a whiff of something burning. So this is just a cheap 20 quid Hornby 040 tank engine. Will we focus? So yeah, so the track's working, everything's live on it. But this one is one of the anniversary ones. Those points are crap. We need to swap those out at some point. So this is a 50th anniversary of Army Railways, 1972 to 2002. But the plan is with this one, essentially, to take it apart and rejig it. Either 3D print a new chassis for it, not chassis, 3D print a new, what do you call it, shell, get a side-on shot of it, or just repaint it in some sort of relatively nice tank engine style colour. Now I have thought, like, so like a lot of people like to model their own railways, and they base it on something, or it's, you know, based in a fictitious version of wherever. But why not have your own livery train in your own kind of like livery, and sort of say, well, this is my personal one, because I like tank engines, I like shunters. So that's probably going to be what we end up doing with that, is turning it into our very own second chance sidings shunter. And if we kind of like pan across here, we've got the majority of the rest of the engines out. So we've got our diesel shunter over there. We've got the dummy Pullman car. We've got, none of this is in bloody focus. Right, manual focus. So we've got, and diesel stuff, I don't know the names, so apologies in advance. There we go, that should be in reasonable focus. So we've got, at the back, we've got the B12-3, my old favourite. We've got that diesel shunter, which I remember seeing them a lot at the plant, Donny Works. We've got a Smoky Joe. God damn it, camera. I do apologise. I will get better at camera work. We got a Smoky Joe. We got the box for the tank engine. We've got two old school teak carriages. We got my Bachmann brake van, and then we've got the crane, the Dapple crane, which is quite a nice little crane. That model kit fits on there. I need to put some weight in this bit. It works as well. Doesn't work particularly well because it's a million-year-old mould of a kit. We got the Scotsman. We got the Class 43, is it, Intercity? Then we've got some old knuckly Juve ones. And And then right at the back, hiding behind the Scotsman's carriages, if it will zoom in, that red logo there, that is a Patriot class. I think that's the Duke of Sutherland. So yeah, but we're going to have a look at these all at some point, because I have got some more stuff as well. But for now, that is it. Thank you for watching, and until next time.